This week, I had the opportunity, and I say opportunity because, well, if you understand that later, I had the opportunity to speak to somebody very amazing. We met last week, and before you guys jump to conclusions, she has a boyfriend, but just getting to know each other, and plus she seemed like a very chill person. I generally talk to interesting people, and she is very interesting. Back to the story. I met a very interesting girl this week, and hearing her story taught me two things. And I would just like to share this with you guys in today's episode of Max Talks with Relationships. Now, this girl had some issues with her boyfriend. I'm not going to go into detail. It is her story, and I don't have permission from her to go into detail. So I'm just going to say, general things that is calm to say. She had issues with her boyfriend, and something happened, and this girl had to broke down. Basically, she basically broke down physically, mentally, health wise. This girl was sick, like bam, because of this thing that happened. And a lot of things happened. Over after a while, the boyfriend forgave her, and everything was chill. Now that's basically the background of the story. I'm not going to dive in, but I'm going to say what I learned. First things first, I learned that this babe actually loves her boyfriend. Now ask me how. A lot of people are baffled by this question, and this question has gone through the ages, and even scholars, people cannot answer this question. Do you understand? Because it's not a matter of the mind, it's a matter of the heart. What is love? How do you know what love is, and how can you differentiate what love is and what is not? Now you ask me, Maxwell, you just concluded that, oh, this girl loves her boyfriend. How did you get to that conclusion? Personally, from what I heard her say and from how I saw her react, every time I mentioned her boyfriend, I didn't say his name because I actually don't know his name, but I mentioned her boyfriend or a relationship. This girl started blushing. She started, giving these happy vibes. And yeah, you'd be like, that was just moo vibes, but just keep listening and you get why. Now, like I said, they had an issue and they were about to break up. Now, it affected her to the extent that she actually fell sick. Now, she wasn't afraid from what she said and from like the way she was speaking. She didn't say this, but I took it from what she was saying. The way she was speaking, baby girl was not afraid of breaking up. That was not her fear. Baby girl was afraid of losing him as a person. One, two. She was feeling very bad about what she did and how it made him feel. She did not care what was going on with her. She did not care that, oh, how will he break up with me? Kiniko, does he know my side? She was not looking at her side of the story. She was not trying to make excuses for herself. She did something wrong, and even though to an extent it could be understandable, but she wasn't looking at that. She was not trying to, say, no, now you should understand my plight. You should, this is, which we mostly do in relationships nowadays. Everybody wants to prove I am right. I am right. Look at things from my perspective. You can't blame me for this, kiniko. But if you really care about the person, you will look at things from their side of the story. Now, taking into before I go back to her story, taking into context things from my ex. Now, I was speaking to my personal person last week, and she enlightened me a little things about my ex. They said something that I was ignorant of a lot of things about her feelings. I did things that naturally I shouldn't do, and I tend to agree. In my last podcast, if you heard me, I can't not my last podcast, breakfast, lunch, and dinner rather. If you listen to me, if you're not listening to it, you go and listen to it. You love that podcast. But back to the story. If you heard me, I kind of went full out lashing around my ex and different things. But after a little bit of clarity, yeah, I'm not saying I was all wrong. My ex too had her issues with the whole thing and definitely was wrong in some parts. But personally, I did see some things that I could have done better. My ex told me not to talk to somebody. She was her friend, but like it or not, they were not friends. We all know girls now. You could say this person is your friend and this person is just really your enemy. As but you guys are just friends for face. You're not really friends. You understand that kind of thing. You're actually fighting. You're really enemy. So this girl and her friend were fighting. And so before that, I already got kind of close to my ex's friend. Now, yes, that's the first red flag. you don't get close to your ex's friend. I learned that one the hard way. See, your ex introduces you to her friends so that you can know the people she rolls around with, not so you can get close to them. I learned that the hard way. You don't walk up to your ex's friends and then begin to get close to them, because it tends to trigger something in females. Like, okay, guys, you should think about it. How would you feel if you had a babe and your babe start getting close to your guy? You may not feel jealous, but you feel a little bit insecure that chairman, it's this up. Do you understand? And that's the same thing for girls, but on a very high scale. Do you understand? For guys, you can do bone the shit and just be like, nah, bro, it's not a big deal, and just flex and just do something and just move. And the guy can always just flash it and be like, nah, it's not a big deal. But do you understand that for girls is a bigger deal? They may not always necessarily want to show you, because now girls nowadays are forming hard guy. Personally, I always like people to be open about their feelings. I personally am. If initially you do something to me, I may not tell you on the spot, because yes, I like to do hard guy, but I will send you a text. I may call you aside and tell you. I may call you like phone call or something and let you know. But this thing of you are feeling bad or you are feeling somehow and you cannot communicate to your partner, it kills relationships slowly but surely. You have a problem, talk to your guy, talk to your babe. You shouldn't have a problem and say, I'll fash it. That's the essence of you being two in the relationship. Stop trying to handle things all by yourself. And I think that's where she personally missed it. You had a problem with me, talking to your ex, to your friend. Now this girl told me, Maxwell, please, yeah. She didn't say stop talking to her, but she just told me that because they had a fight, yeah, and I was working as the mediator. Nobody sends me work, but me, I went to go and do mediator. Do you understand? And I was talking to both of them on separate sides. If I talk to my ex's friend, I will tell her that I'll support my ex, and I'll tell her that yeah, you have your sides. Do you understand? Because she's my ex. But when I now went to my ex's side, I will also tell my ex that yeah, you are right, too. But there are some things you could have done, settle this thing, to alleviate it, that kind of thing, so that you will tell both of them what they did wrong, so they can see the error of their ways, and they can now go and apologize. But no, these two girls decided that both of them must stand on their rights, and so my ex now saw it as like I was supporting her. So she felt like she knew I was not going to cheat on her. I'm not a cheat. I can't even cheat on a human being. Like, Jesus, how many people have I dated? One person I've dated. Why would I now start cheating? Do you understand? And that was even her. I've not dated after that, and I did not date before her. She was my first and presently only my current. She's my only one. So, personally, I just looked at it as, and oh, might I remind you guys this? She actually told me that I shouldn't get close to her. But I never asked. No, I was like, why now? Do you understand? She never told me why. She told me that yo, this girl is not my this thing, that you shouldn't get too close to her. But me, I ignored it and this thing. I could have just trusted her, and I could have said, yo, my babe said this, bam, and end it. Because like it or not, when you're in a relationship, yeah, except for special cases, your babe is above all everybody. As I say, except for special cases. You don't place a friend above your babe in a relationship. It will cause problems. Do you understand? Place your babe above most of your friends, except special cases. Where you place some friends, because some friends have been through, thick and thin. Some friends are basically siblings to you at this point. They are no more, you don't see them as friends, you see them as siblings. So you can't obviously place somebody that just you fell in love with when over them. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. But your general friends, if you really grasp what I'm saying. So I made a mistake there. I could have listened to my ex. I could have trusted my ex once and for all. I feel like I didn't trust her. I was like, why would you tell me not to talk to this girl again? All because of in the name of Kiniko Kiniko. I felt like she just had an issue with her. So why should I have an issue with her? And that's the problem. Your ex tells you to do something. Necessarily, you don't necessarily need to ask why at times. Just do it. You won't die. If I stop talking to that girl, I won't die. And fun fact, me and that so-called friend don't talk anymore. Can you see how life works? Now, all this so-called friendship I was trying to protect died eventually, and my ex did not even have to do anything. Do you get what I'm saying? So personally, I'm talking from my mistakes, and I'm trying to tell you guys: if your significant other is not okay with something, communicate. Don't say he's supposed to know. Stop that thing. Stop assuming. Stop. Make things plain. Make things clear. I'm a firm believer of when you start a relationship, make everything clear. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. Sure, there will be clashes in communication. But when you guys have laid things out and you said, okay, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, we don't want this, we don't want this, you have an understanding. Two of you, it's like having a contract. Two of you have a contract in your head. So you understand what this person wants and what this person wants. You understand your obligations and you understand your rights. So you won't mess up. But when you just enter a relationship, I love you, that's all there is to, you begin to have issues. I'm a firm believer of you start a relationship, even if it's friends, state out what you want in the friendship, state out what you want in the relationship. Let's understand what we're entering, let's understand what we're going to go through. Do you understand? Yes, there'll be occasional, not that doesn't mean that you guys will not fight too. Yeah, because like it or not, even if you state a lot of things, you can't state everything. They will still be miscellaneous. Do you understand? And those miscellaneous will cause fights over time. But that is what makes friendship stronger: the ability to recover even after a fight. So I'm me telling you that I state everything does not necessarily mean that oh it's going to be a bed of roses. That's a lie. You will still fight. Even me and my best friend, me and my personal person, me and my whatever, we always still fight. Me and my guys, we shall fight. But that doesn't mean we're not guys. Somebody saw me and my guy arguing about football. We do not even wanted to kill each other, and 5 minutes later we're joking. Guys were like, "Well, you know, just fighting." Like, he's my guy, and besides, it's just football. What's the big deal? Do you understand? That is what friendship is. The ability to be angry at one person for 1 minute and next thing be joking like nothing ever happened. That's what true friendship is. It doesn't necessarily mean that oh we hate each other, but we just had a disagreement. And people should understand it is just a disagreement. It is not the end of the world. So people used to take things like disagreements as the biggest thing that has ever happened to you. Like nobody else can make a mistake. Do you understand? Back to the relationship issue. I'm going back to the first this thing with the Jemima. Now this girl was feeling heartbroken. She was crying. She was, you know, she was really, really inside her feelings. And I looked at this girl. I was like, wow, what's going on? You know, she was telling me the story. Obviously, I was not there during that time. I did not know her during that time. Like I said, I just met her this week, and she told me that, you know, they talked it out and they said a lot of things. And from what I got from that, she loved her boyfriend. She cared about what she did to him. Do you understand? She wasn't trying to defend herself. Own up to your issues, ladies. Don't always feel like you're right. Don't always play the victim. Mm? Don't feel like everything is against you. Oh, your guy did something, so now he doesn't love you. Don't play that card. Honestly, that's one of the things can off me. We're in a relationship and every little thing you're now playing the so you don't love me card. At a point, I will actually stop loving you because it's annoying. Don't play that card, especially with something meager. I didn't run your child today. Oh, so you don't love me? The hell is that? It's not even a big thing. If it's like okay, I cheated, hey, so you don't love me? That's when you can play that card. It's reasonable. Not I didn't run your child today. I didn't greet you good morning, so you don't love me. What is that? Do you understand? Yes, it's all about also knowing your partner, and this brings me to, you know, okay, let me finish with, you, with this girl's this thing. So this girl loves her boyfriend. She cared about what he was feeling at the moment. She left her feelings aside. She could have defended herself. Hell, even I thought she could have defended herself, but she did the right thing. She put aside what she felt, as per what she felt she could have defended, and put it in stone and said, no, this is what this guy is feeling. I care about this guy. I care about how he sees me. I care about what he means to me. And that is love. Love is the fact is love is inconvenient. Yeah. She doesn't like the way she's feeling. But for the fact is she does love this guy. This I feel like love should be the most inconvenient thing in the world. And that is taken from my role model, Daniel Sloss. Most inconvenient thing in the world. Love should not be easy. If love is easy, it's in love. That's the fact. It should not be easy. I feel like love is the kind of thing that the person should come to you and be like, oh, guy, I'm doing this and I'm doing this, I'm doing this, but I wouldn't change a thing if I had another chance. Love should be you doing things for somebody, going out of your way to do things, and you still wouldn't regret it. You still don't feel like you could do it a better way. Or rather, let me put it like this: if given a chance, you would do it 1,000 times over and enjoy it. Love is doing something that you naturally wouldn't do for somebody you really, really care about. Now that's love. Do you understand? And love doesn't have to only be romantic. I love my best friend. I love my personal person. I tell her few times, not as much as I should, but I tell her, and she knows. Do you understand? Because I go out of my way. Sure, she pisses me off from time to time. We fight occasionally. We even just finished one fight last week. And my last week was rough. The game we finished a fight last week, but that's it. It shouldn't be easy. If it's yes, there'll be good times. Life is a bed of roses, but roses have thorns. Do you understand? There will be times. There will be good times, but there will be bad times, and that's the thing. How you know how strong your relationship is not through the good times. It's not when you're Netflix and chilling. It is when your babe catches you talking to another girl and she's feeling jealous. Those are the times you know how strong your relationship is. Do you understand? This takes me to my next. Okay, sorry. The second thing I learned from this girl's story is that good girls still live. I was watching this girl talk about her boyfriend, and I was like, God, this is the kind of babe I want. Not her, because she's in a relationship and I'm not a boyfriend. I'm not a babe stealer. I respect people's relationships, even if I don't like you. Even if I don't like you, I still respect your relationship. One place I will not go is trying to steal another man's babe, because I know karma is a bitch. If for anything, karma is a bitch. You steal somebody's babe. I've seen stories. You steal somebody's babe in secondary school. Karma will wait for you 20 years into the future. That's when karma will strike. Your husband will rape somebody. Oh God, karma can be very wicked. And the fact is, when karma should strike, it will hit you hard, far harder than you can ever think of. So for the fact that you're feeling like, oh, you're a happening babe, you're stealing people's boyfriends. Don't forget you go still marry one day. When one it's not even be somebody that is fine. It's be somebody that is less than you who steal your husband. Your eye go clear. Do you understand? You shouldn't take pride in destroying relationships, because realize that you, no matter how wicked you are, you will have a relationship that is meaningful to you. It may not even be your husband. It could be your friend. Somebody go steal your friend. Your friend go backstab you live. Live. In your deepest hour of need. That's when your friend will backstab you. Karma is wicked. Don't be evil. Oh, but that's by the story. And this girl is good. I was looking at this girl, I was like, wow, this is the kind of babe I want. She's loyal. She admitted, I will even lie, and I like her realism. She said, looking at the guy, this is not my spec. This is not somebody that I envisioned dating a few years back. Do you understand? She said her spec is tall, dark, and handsome. Dark skin, chocolate, slim, tall. Ah, but she looked at her boyfriend and said she wouldn't trade him for anything. And that is what I need. The ability to say this is my spec, oh, but my boyfriend is nothing close to my spec, but I won't trade my boyfriend for anything. Do you understand? A lot of people are looking at things and I'm like, this is my spec, this is my spec. Ask yourself, if your spec was real, would your spec like you? That's the first question. My spec should have money. My spec should be tall, dark, and handsome. I know my spec. Hmm? I know the kind of girls that me I like, or I call my perfect babe. My perfect babe cannot even look at me. If she sees me, she will not even reason me at all. Do you understand? But that's my spec and my type are different. Your spec naturally, my spec, I don't know how people do it, but my spec cannot even reason me. It's just fantasy. My type is realistic. Things I know that a girl can actually, look at me and say, this is the kind of guy I like. I can't be telling you my spec is as beautiful as Beyonce or Rihanna. I'm lying to myself now. Uh, my type rather is as beautiful as I'm lying to myself. Those people will not look at me. Do you understand? I'll be realistic. I'll say I like ebony black girls, light skinned girls in Nigeria that are chill, that are cool. Those are realistic things. No, my baby must be a celebrity. Okay, now you stay there. My babe must be a model. You safe. Carry. Some guys are funny. My babe must be a model. Ordinary to wear wristwatch. Your hand is looking like Dracula. But it's calm. I don't want to insult anybody, but you get what I'm saying. I look at different things, and this girl she was giving me so good vibes. I was like, wow, wow. If this girl was single, I would chase this girl like no tomorrow because she's so loyal. She talked like her boyfriend was a god. And if you see this guy, he's cool, he's chill, but like she loves her boyfriend so much. She rates her boyfriend so much, and she's a good person compared to the people I used people I used to see. Hey, see people with their boyfriend. Some people's boyfriend are just glorified sex toys. Honestly, everything. My boyfriend's this, my boyfriend's that. That's the only thing you can talk about. You've never said my boyfriend is a good person. My boyfriend is charitable. My boyfriend takes me out. Or everything is my boyfriend has this. My boyfriend has that. You can never say my boyfriend has done this for me. He's a good person. He can. He can. If you get what I'm saying, talk about your boyfriend personality, not his physical attributes. Do you understand? If I'm only dating somebody because of their physical attributes, it means necessarily once somebody else that has a better physical attribute comes along, I'll move on. It's about the content, not the container. Do you understand? That is how I feel things should be, personally. Now moving on. Back to the question. My ex, I think during the holiday, like I said, I talked to my ex, a little bit, and we conversed, and we got talking, and this babe, you know, I don't know how we got to that situation because I can't remember, but actually we were talking about what we should do better in relationships, and I think, sorry, I think she asked me, and I was like, be sure, yeah, always have the ability to say no. If you know you're not ready for a relationship, please just say no. Even if the guy should ask you a billion times, please say no. Even if you like the guy, but you know you're not ready for a relationship, please say no. Because the fact is, to cause problems later. Imagine me. The girl was not ready for a relationship. I'm talking about my ex now, and she said yes to me, all because I have sweet mouth. I won't lie. I have a way with words. I have plenty pickup lines that are steady, that have been approved by happening babes. I'm not even talking about random babes, but happening babes. But guy, do you understand? Say no. You will not die. You like this guy, everything he said, but you know in your heart of heart you're not ready. Please say no. Because my story is a very perfect example of what will happen. Because like it or not, the fact that you're not ready, you have reasons for it. It may be the fact of you have PTSD, the fact of you have personal issues, whatever. The fact is, the more you're not ready, yeah, and the more you love the person, one will overshadow the other. If you're not ready for a relationship, any little thing the guy does, do you understand that you begin to resent him for it? Okay, the guy does not show up for a date, or let's say he lapsed, he forgot, and I told this guy I was not ready for this relationship, but this is what I'm saying. Can it be? You'll be making you feel bad. You begin to resent him over and over, and that is exactly what happened to me. My ex started blaming me for little things. Oh, I did not come to her hall to pick her up when this babe used to come late. If I tell this girl, babe, let's meet by 3, she'll come 3:30. Do you understand? Resenting me for little things that she understood. She understood why I did not come to her hall, because I'm not a patient person when it comes to that kind of thing. So I prefer you come early. So I personally did not go to her hall to pick her up because naturally I knew that she would be late. Hey, and that's how she is. I understood my babe. That's not to shade her, but I understood her. Do you understand? If I go there 3 and I get angry, do you understand? I'll be angry for the time we're together, and that benefits nobody. I'd rather come 3:30, or I'd rather let us meet in CAF. Sure, you walk from your hall to CAF alone, and you may beat, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to say. You understand? She started blaming me for that. She started blaming me for different things. She said I did not help her. I cared about other people's feelings more than her own. Different things. Episodes of resentment, all stemming from she was not ready. Do you understand? She did like me, yes, but she kept on resenting me for different things, stemming from one thing. If you're not ready, please say no. You won't die. Next thing, somebody asked a question. He said, my boyfriend, and I've been dating my boyfriend for 5 years now, and he has never given me a Valentine gift. I see other people getting Valentine gifts, and I feel so bad. I feel like I'm not good enough. Baby girl, you're good enough for a Valentine gift. It's a problem of your guy. Your guy should change his mentality. A lot of people look at Valentine's gifts or gifts in general and say, "Oh,
giving gifts to show my love is stupid. It's not, because it's not about you. Eh? Gift giving is not about you. It's about that person. I want to make that person feel good. I want to show that person how I love the person. I want to make that person know that I love you. Do you understand? It's not about me. It's not about how I'm feeling. I know I love you, but she doesn't know. So how do I make her know? That's what we're talking about. That's the essence of gift giving. Gift giving is not me giving you gift because you're my babe. No. Gift giving is giving you gifts because I want to show you how much I love you. I want to not appreciate you for what you've done. It's not a job. And let me just quickly say this. The moment you feel in your relationship that it is your job to make your spouse or your significant other happy, please quit. Because making people happy is not meant to be a job. You should make them happy. But the moment you feel like you're obligated to, instead of you are supposed to be wanting to do it, like, oh, I have to do this, not I want to do this, please quit. Because you would also be, these are nothing that causes resentment. Do you understand? Because when the person does not appreciate you for what you are doing, you not be like, and I tried to make you happy and you fucked up. Do you understand? That kind of thing. So yeah, I'm just trying to help you here. Back to what I was saying. Yes, this gift giving thing. Um, you know your partner. Your partner may be a gift giving person. Your partner may be this kind of people that loves the little things. Oh, you help me out with this. You help me out with this. You help me out with this. You help me do this, and that may be your own way of showing your love to them. It's not always gifts. Some people you can give them a Ferrari, and then you did not wake them up with a good morning text, and they will hate you. You will fight. Do you understand? It's not about gifts. Some people spending quality time, surprising your baby and say, "Oh, we're going out to the woods just to spend a day dating," and that's what they love. That's what would make her happy. Do you understand? That's what her own gifts or love language will be. It's about understanding your babe, and those are the things you need to do. Eh? You can't deprive your babe of these things, because the fact is, and I'm talking both ways, you can't deprive your guy of this thing too, because the fact is it will affect you. It will affect the relationship. Always understand your significant other and know that yes, this is what is happening. This is what I need to do. Yes, and I'm not just talking about relationships. Even your friends. Understand what your friends like. Even for your birthday, like yeah, some people like you know having birthday lists. But if your friend does not have a birthday list, for the fact is, how you really know whether you're a good friend or not? Look at your friend now and ask yourself, if I want to give my friend a birthday gift, what will I give them? If you cannot think of something off the spot, you're a bad friend. Because you've been with this person and you know this person, and yet you cannot tell what this person would like. Do you understand? That's like being with your dad and your mom and not knowing what they like. You've been with them for how many years? You may not have a good relationship, but the fact that you've been living with them, you've seen them smile over some things, what makes them happy? A gift does not have to be gift giving. A gift could be your presence. Some people just like you being around. My parents are always happy for me to come home. It's their gifts. I've given my parents, gifts as per cards and everything, but I've never seen them smile more than seeing me coming back from school, and obviously having a good result. And yeah. But seeing me coming back home, they're happy to see me, and that is some people's own, some people's parents, some people's these things. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a spectrum of things that you can always think of. That's what I'm just saying. They don't have. It doesn't have to be, I must give my babe iPhone 13. Always know your partner and give them what they want. It works both ways. Girls, don't think you are the receiving, because he's not paying you to be his girlfriend. He's not paying you to be his babe. It's two ways. He's showing you love, so show it back. And it's not always by sex. It's not always by this thing. Like, there are other ways to show love. Jesus Christ. You could surprise him. Oh, maybe he has a class. You could come after his class and come and meet him. Surprise him. Make him happy. Jesus Christ. It's not about, yes, buy him stuff. Yes, fine. But different things. Oh, just come in front of his hall and text him and say, I'm in front of your hall. We're going out today to, have fun. That kind of thing. He will be happy. These are the kind of things. It's not necessarily, I'm giving you tips on how to sustain boyfriend. Me, I don't get people, but that's for different reasons. But yeah. So for me, for that person, if you're listening to this, My answer to the question is talk to your boyfriend about it. Let him change his mentality. And if at this time he's still not ready to do all these things for you, and he's not ready to in any way show you that he loves you, then he's not ready for you. Find somebody who appreciates you more enough to see you worthy of getting a gift, at least on Valentine's Day. Days that are worth gift giving. Your anniversary. Don't tell me 1 week anniversary you're getting me gift. You're on your own. Oh. You're on your own. If you give me gift, don't expect something back. Yearly anniversary, or let's just say annual anniversary, birthdays, Christmas, Valentine's Day. Don't come and give me Easter. I will slap you. Please now, because you'll not be expecting me every little holiday like Halloween. Please don't do that. Significant ones, birthdays, Christmas, maybe New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is even one of the romantic times of the year. New Year's Eve, Valentine's Day, these kind of things. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And then cheating. Now, when it comes to cheating, delicate. I personally don't support any form of cheating. You're cheating, you're cheating. What is cheating? Any form of emotional attachment, physical, any form of attachment beyond the natural, beyond friendship is cheating. If you are giving somebody more attention than your friend, than your babe, you are cheating. Period. Like it or not, it's as base as that. If my friend that is a girl is getting more attention than my babe, I am cheating on my babe. Yes. If you take it as little as that, you will have a very little relationship. Do you understand? Yes. It's up to that. Now, but even if somebody cheats, be open to understand the situation. Because I'm telling you, I've heard a lot of funny stories in this life, and sometimes, yeah, it's by circumstance. Look at this now. A guy broke up with his babe because I think she cheated on him. No, he cheated on her. A girl broke up with her boyfriend because he cheated on her. Now listen, here's what happened. The guy was in a bar because I think he had a rough day. He called his babe and wanted to talk to her, but I think she was sleeping at the time. She was sleeping at the time, and her phone was off or something. And she didn't pick up. She was. I think she was just sleeping. This was as if she was sleeping. And he went to a bar. He started drinking and he got drunk. Note, he was alone in the bar. A lady walked into the bar and saw him, and she started, engaging him in a conversation. One thing led to another. Note, he was drunk. When I say drunk, I mean drunk out of his mind. He wasn't thinking straight. One thing led to another. He tried to resist her, but women are advances, you get, and she took advantage of him, and they had sex. And then they woke up. The woman japa, like she left, and then he was sad for what he had done. Obviously, the first thing he did was tell his babe. The babe did not even reason it. That self same hour, sorry to quote the Bible, that self same hour, she broke up with him. Now that's wrong. It's guy, in that kind of case, it wasn't even the guy's fault. He didn't go and meet anybody. He was in the bar alone, and the girl came to come and talk to him because she saw him and she's a decent human being. Where she fucked up is that she now wanted to fuck him. No pun intended. But do you understand what I'm saying? Those are the cases of cheating that you look at and you just be like, yo, I can understand this. Do you understand? I can look at this and be like, yeah, this is calm. Do you know? Not this is calm, but I can understand you. Always be open to understanding. Understand the situation so that you will not miss an opportunity. A lot of people have missed out on beautiful opportunities with people, only in the name of you couldn't just calm down and think. In the moment, yes, it will hurt, but don't think impulsively. Take your time. Anybody that is rushing you to take a decision is trying to is trying to make you make a mistake, and it's also a business strategy. Don't you think that all these people that are trying to say you something, they are trying to talk fast so that you make a decision, trying to pressure you to make a decision fast so that you make a mistake. Because when you think or you act on impulse or you act too fast for your brain to think, you tend to make mistakes, and that's the problem. Take time, understand the situation, think well, and if you still determine that no, I can't get over this, I can't do this anymore, then feel free to break up. After you've taken time, to think and finally make your final decision, then yes, if you still feel you can't do it, then you've been in your right mind. Break up. That is understandable, but not on the spot. Like, what is that? Then finally, trust. Trust is something that everybody has issues with. trust issues, trust issues, trust issues. And let me just say this as a sound note of warning to a lot of girls. Just because a guy is talking to you doesn't mean he wants to enter your pants. Nor doesn't mean he wants to date you. Because I feel a lot of girls are rude to guys nowadays. And I'll use the term rude because I've experienced this thing personally. Just because I walk up to you and I say hi, does it necessarily mean I want to come and fuck you, or I want to come and date you, or some guys are actually just looking for somebody to vibe. Some people just like me personally. I like having fine friends. So if I see you and you're fine and I just walk up to you, yes, I could have the intention of dating you, but at the same time, I could also have the intention of just being your friend. I have a good number of substantial fine friends, fine, and a lot of them I don't have intentions to date them. A lot, I don't have intentions to date them. I just like having fine friends. Do you understand? It comes with the big flex. Exactly. So what are we saying here? You walk up to a girl, you say hi, you see what's your name, and the girl, oh, hi, my name is Max. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, hi, you are evil. You are evil. Jesus. Or a girl summons the courage. And please, girls, don't be witches. It's not by force the guy makes the first move. If you like a guy or you're interested in a guy, go up and say hi. You chop the L. If the guy is not interested in you, chop the L and go. Like, it's not hard. The same way guys chop L's, girls can chop L's too. It's not that bad. I'm telling you, me, I don't chop L for this life. Oh. I've chopped plenty. Ah, I've chopped L where I didn't even know I chopped L. And once I chopped L, I was like, oh, okay, no problem. And I left. I don't talk to girl. I was like, hey, how you doing? And I was talking to her, and I was talking to her, and I was talking to her. And this girl was giving me one word answers. I just said, okay, have a nice day. And I left. And that was all. And I see this girl occasionally. And I just pretend like nothing ever happened. Do you understand? I've had elsewhere we've engaged in a conversation. Oh, we've talked. But you fucked up. And I'll just say, it's okay. I'm going. That's all. I've seen the person where we were talking on Snapchat, chatting. And I just said streaks. And she's parried. And I said, thank you. Good night. That was all. And that was it. Chop your L and go. So girls, all this while you're saying the guy must make the first move. If you go like that as you're growing up, chairman, you will die single because some boys are not ready to make a first move. Especially if you look like a proud person. Do you understand? Some guys will just look at you and be like, oh, this one is not ready. Shift. Do you understand? So don't always be chilling for human or boys to make. If you like a guy or you want to be friends with a guy, go and say hi. It's not by force. It's not by giving subtle these things. Somebody made a joke. It was like how girls flirt. They will be posting pictures on their stories to their crush to see it. You understand? Guy, don't go through corners. Go direct. I'm not saying start DMing boys on IG. Feel free to DM me. I will reply. But that's just beside the point. You can just go straight to the person. Okay. And trust issues. Everybody has trust issues. I won't even lie. Me, I don't have trust issues. I'm a very trusting person. But me, the moment I smell nonsense, because some people's personalities used to reek from afar. You be beautiful, but you be smelling like Shrek. Oh God. I'm not even talking like body odor. Your personality is smelling. Like there's difference between smelling. When somebody say you are smelling, hey Jesus, and when somebody say I like your fragrance, I like your scent. Please, I like your fragrance is nice. Your scent, chairman, go and bath, and I like your smell. Please, yeah, just know that a lot of flies have died in this place because of you. Do you understand, guy? Some people's personalities are reeking. They are disgusting. Yeah, 10 out of 10, babe, kiniko, blah 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 blah. The fact is, your appearance can only take you so far. One day, you have wrinkles and all your makeup pointless. It will be what is inside you that will matter. So when you're 80 something, which man is going to want you if you make it that far? Exactly. Your 20s, your 30s. If I say when you're already getting close to your 36, who's going to want you again? Do you understand? Be very realistic here. Let's know what we're doing. Be a good person inside, and a lot of people will love you more. Trust issues. Yeah? Trust issues. I'm not saying you should trust everybody, but know your people. I'm talking to a girl. I am genuinely trying to help you. It's not as if I'm forcing it. I'm just saying, if you need something, I always tell my friends, if you ever want to talk, come and talk. There are only three people that have responded to that thing. My best friend, my MP, my personal person, and my babe, and ask those three people, they have never regretted it. Anything you tell me in confidence, I will never disclose the important details. I can use the background story. Yes, the background story that it doesn't matter. Like, oh, it was a sunny day. It doesn't matter. Do you understand? Or something happened. I did not say what happened. Do you understand? But I will never disclose important details. Do you know why? Half of the time I cannot even remember. If you ask me important things my ex told me, I cannot remember half of them. And she thinks that, oh, this guy is very good at keeping secret. Now lie, I cannot remember half of them. A lot of things my best friend told me that are personal, I cannot remember 90% of it. It doesn't even take up to a week. I will forget it. The only reason why I remember this girl story that I told you about in the beginning is because it just happened on Wednesday. Wednesday, a bit Thursday. So it's not that it's still fresh in my mind. Ask me next week, I will forget. Unless I listen to this podcast again, I will jog my memory. That's why I like WhatsApp. Anytime I'm talking to somebody on WhatsApp and you tell me, oh, that thing I told you, I used to scroll up. That's why I hate Snapchat. If you're talking to me on Snapchat, you have to keep reminding me because I promise you I'll forget it. It's the truth, I'll forget it. That's why I'm very good confidence because within 72 hours, I've forgotten. Unless the story is very interesting, I've forgotten. Unless the story is even like, if it's something serious, trust me, I've forgotten it. EIE is hard enough for me to start reasoning all these people. You understand? Always have trust. Eh? Look for people you can trust, even in both genders, because at times you need two sides of the story. Because all your girls are saying one thing, you have a problem. You go to all your girls are saying one thing. You will just be shocked. You talk to one guy, you see an entirely different side of the story. Like I said, with me and my ex, I was saying things from a guy's point of view. I talked to my personal person. She's a girl. She told me another side of view of these things, and I looked at her and like, oh, that makes sense. If I didn't talk to her now, I will have one-sided view of things. Now I'm looking at it from a girl side of view. Do you understand? It's important to have a balance. And how do you do that if you don't even trust boys? All the boys on your contact list, they are for fornicating. None of them are even close to you one bit. All of them are just, oh, I'm horny today. Who am I going to call? Shegun or Shege? Do you understand? Nobody you can pick out in your contact list and you can say this is my person. And me, I'm always open to making new friends. If you feel like from all this you feel enough that, oh, I can trust Max, you can DM me. You can get talking and see, how I can help you personally. Because like I said, this is not everything I can do on this podcast. And with that, that brings me to the end of this podcast. I feel like I've treated a lot of these things. If you guys, I think I'm going to create the IG for this thing today or tonight. I can't remember. Ah, if you guys have any issues or you just want to talk to me or you want to be my friend, feel free to DM, share. I'm tired of saying share, but please share. Do you understand? Again, this podcast was also sponsored by TQ's headphones. It's great sound quality. You guys should buy it. And with this, I bid you guys a good night, good evening, good morning, and a good day. Bye.